Boundaries are not excuses to avoid responsibility. They just are not. When we look at an excuse, it's a reason to step away or to exonerate ourselves from the responsibility of something that has occurred, someone else has done, we have done normally. Um, and it's a reason that we want to avoid the responsibility or accountability for the situation or for the thing. And most people that do that actually probably don't have the best boundaries. So boundaries have been misconceptualized that the reason people establish boundaries are to say that that is the excuse. That is an incorrect notion, um, because that is not the reason that you establish boundaries, and that's not normally what people with healthy uh, mindsets intend for boundaries to do. So, boundaries serve as just the opposite purpose, right? They serve as the opposite purpose of an excuse. So, here are 5 keys explaining why boundaries are not an excuse to shirk the responsibility or accountability, but are essential for healthy interactions, healthy mindset, healthy life set, healthy as you move forward in your personal, your professional, and your interpersonal relationship with yourself as well as others. So, boundaries define personal and mutual responsibilities. Healthy boundaries help clarify what we are and are not responsible for. And the reason this I say they're not an excuse is because usually you establish that in advance. And so the clarification encourages individual to take responsibility for their actions and emotions. I have a friend, and when her and her husband used to get into intensive conversations, what they say, like she'd say, "That's your stuff, and you need to handle that. That's your piece." Because they were bringing in an emotion or something from their history, but it wasn't part of their destiny. It wasn't part of what really happened. They were adding spices to the situation. So, boundaries, number 2, boundaries encourage direct communication. That is something everybody needs, is better communication. Setting and respecting boundaries require open, honest, and direct communication. So that is definitely not an excuse to avoid responsibility nor accountability. Number 3 is boundaries support emotional regulation and self-awareness. There are more details to this, and what they'll be down in the section so that you can actually go through more of the points or the details regarding this. But when I say boundaries support emotional regulation and self-awareness, understanding and asserting boundaries demands, you hear me, demands a higher level of self-awareness, because you need to know what works for you. You need to know what you desire to do. You need to know what is right in your world. What causes you to have greater self awareness, so you can tell other people, this doesn't work for me. But you have to know you in order to do that. Boundaries prevent resentment and burnout. By setting boundaries, individuals can avoid overextending themselves. Now, I I had to learn, and I'm still learning, the power of no is a complete sentence. No, period, is a complete sentence. So that is something that I have had a tendency to always say yes to everything. And when you say yes to everything, you're saying no to yourself. Well, you got to take something. You only have 24 hours in a day, right? So boundaries also facilitate healthy relationships and community. In community or relationship, boundaries make it possible for individuals to coexist and to collaborate while respecting each other's personal space, their ideas, their thoughts. However, it also lets you know where your ideas and thoughts are, and to mutually respect someone is really empowering. So, in essence, when I look at boundaries not being an excuse, I would say that one of the things that people do to malalign boundaries is to say that they are excused. Like when you tell somebody you have a boundary about something, they said you're just trying to make an excuse because you don't want accountability. You don't want to be responsible. No, I'm creating the boundary in advance, and a boundary is not to limit me or to limit you. It's letting you know where I am from the beginning. So the power of that is you get a chance to focus your power, your energy, your life on the things that are more, I'm not going to say valuable, I'm going to say that are more in alignment to your purpose, your destiny, and what you desire to do. Like I mentioned, I have had a problem saying no. And I want to remind us all that no is a complete sentence. I am Johnnie, the Mindset Maven, helping us all build a more industrious, productive, and profitable life. So, like and subscribe. Thank you.